All right, today we're going to do something a little different. Instead of just looking at one car, we're diving into the quirks and features of your wallet when you buy one of three cars: Tesla, BMW, Toyota. The sticker price is just the beginning, the first chapter in a long, sometimes expensive book. Choosing a car is one of the biggest financial decisions, right up there with buying a house. The true cost goes way beyond that initial number. It's a long-term relationship with hidden costs. Most people get excited about a new car. New cars smell latest tech the way it looks in their driveway. But they often forget the total cost of ownership. This is where the real surprises are found. Everything that drains your bank account after you drive off the lot: maintenance, insurance, fuel, or electricity depreciation. The biggest silent wallet killer. Not as sexy as 0 to 60 times, but essential. Let's start with the most obvious number: the manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP. This is the first hurdle you have to clear, and it sets the tone for the entire ownership experience. Comparing these three brands can be tricky, so we'll look at comparable popular sedans. Toyota Camry. A brand new 2025 Toyota Camry will typically start in the high 20,000s for a base model. You can load it up with options like a hybrid powertrain, all-wheel drive, nicer interior trim. Those options can push the price into the high 30,000s. But it remains firmly in the realm of affordability for the average new car buyer. Now let's move over to Germany with the BMW 3 Series. This is where things start to get more expensive. The base 330i will start in the mid to high 40,000s. But here's the classic German luxury car catch. Nobody buys the base model. Different color paint? That's extra. A better sound system? Extra. The driver assistance features that come standard on many cheaper cars? That's part of a pricey package. It's incredibly easy to add $10,000 to $15,000 in options, pushing the final price into the $60,000 range. And then we have Tesla, which does things completely differently. A 2025 Tesla Model 3 in base rear-wheel drive starts in the low 40,000s. Many buyers are eligible for federal or state EV tax credits, which can chop thousands off that price. Tesla's optioning is much simpler. You choose your paint, wheels, interior color. Okay, so you've bought the car. Now you have to live with it. This is where ownership costs start to diverge. Maintenance and repairs, the part everyone dreads. Toyota built its empire on this. The Camry is engineered to be painless to own. Oil changes every 5,000 to 10,000 miles. Tire rotations, brake inspections, fluid checks. These services are cheap, and parts are everywhere. Any corner mechanic can fix a Camry with their eyes closed. For the first few years, costs are minimal, a few $100s a year. Then BMW. A 3 Series is a very different proposition. Modern BMWs are more reliable than early 2000s models, but they're still complex, high-performance machines that need expensive care. Oil changes cost more, specialized synthetic oil and pricier filters. Brakes cost more, tires cost more. Other wear and tear items are pricier. The real fear is the post-warranty period. Failures can include complex electronics, the turbocharger, or the cooling system. Repairs can run into the thousands. It's the price you pay for the ultimate driving machine. Now the wild card, Tesla. EVs are pitched as maintenance-free. There's some truth to that. Next up is another major ongoing expense that many buyers underestimate: car insurance. This is a tricky one because your premium is based on so many personal factors. Age, driving record, location, credit score. However, the car you choose plays a massive role in what you'll pay each month. Insurance companies are all about risk, and they calculate premiums based on cost if you get into an accident. This includes the cost to repair the car, the likelihood of it being stolen, and even the medical bills associated with crashes in that particular model. It's a cold, hard numbers game, and it's fascinating to see how our three cars stack up. The Toyota Camry is, once again, the champion of low costs. Insurers love the Camry. Why? Because millions of them are on the road, which means parts are cheap and plentiful. Repairing a dented Camry fender is a straightforward and relatively inexpensive job for any body shop. Furthermore, Camry drivers, as a group, tend to be safer and more risk-averse than, say, performance car drivers. They get into fewer accidents, and the accidents they do have are often less severe. All of this translates to lower risk for the insurance company, and therefore a lower premium for you. Now let's look at the BMW 3 Series. This is where your insurance agent starts to pay a little more attention. Everything about the BMW is more expensive from an insurer's perspective. The car itself costs more to replace if it's totaled. The parts are more expensive. Section 5. Filling up, plugging in, the ongoing cost of power. One of the most frequent expenses you'll have with any car is, well, just paying to make it go. For decades, this has meant regular trips to the gas station, watching the numbers on the pump climb higher and higher. But with the rise of electric vehicles, there's a new way to fuel up. This is perhaps the most dramatic difference in day-to-day costs between our three contenders. The cost of gasoline, the cost of electricity can create a massive gap in your monthly budget, depending on where you live and how you drive. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about powering our vehicles. Let's start with our gas-powered cars. The Toyota Camry is famously efficient. A standard 4-cylinder model can easily achieve over 30 miles per gallon in combined driving, and the hybrid version pushes that number up into the 50s. If we assume gas costs, say $3.50 per gallon, and you drive 12,000 miles a year, a standard Camry would cost you around $1,400 a year in fuel. The BMW 330i, being a performance-oriented car, is a bit thirstier and also typically requires premium gasoline, which is more expensive. Let's say it gets 28 miles per gallon combined and premium gas is $4.25 per gallon. That same 12,000 miles would cost you about $1,820 a year. Now, let's unplug and talk about the Tesla Model 3. This is where the EV ownership proposition gets really compelling. This brings us to the single biggest and most often ignored cost of owning a new car: depreciation. It's the silent thief that steals money from your car's value every single day, whether you drive it or not. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, it becomes a used car, and its value plummets. Some cars, however, plummet much faster than others. Toyota is, yet again, a superstar in this category. Toyotas are legendary for their slow depreciation, particularly the Camry. Reliability, low running costs, durability. People buying a used car want something dependable that won't give them headaches. A 3-year-old Camry, a 5-year-old Camry. This high demand for used Toyotas keeps their resale values strong. A Camry might lose around 40 to 45% of its value over 5 years. That is an absolutely stellar performance. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the German luxury brands. BMW is no exception. Luxury cars in general depreciate like a rock thrown off a cliff. Their high initial purchase price means there's more value to lose. They are packed with complex technology that becomes outdated quickly. Buyers fear high maintenance and repair costs once the factory warranty expires. A BMW 3 Series can easily lose 55 to 60% or more in the first 5 years. That $60,000 sedan you bought could be worth just $24,000 5 years later. That's a loss of $36,000, a staggering hidden cost. After years of driving, maintaining, and fueling your car, the day will eventually come when you decide to sell it. This is the moment of truth. Resale value is simply the flip side of depreciation. It's what the car is worth on the used market. A car with strong resale value is like a savings account on wheels. It gives you a bigger chunk of your initial investment back, which you can use as a down payment on your next car. The Toyota Camry is the undisputed king here. Sell a 5-year-old Camry with 60,000 miles and you'll find a huge market of eager buyers. Families, college students, commuters. You can sell it quickly and for a good price. Paid $30,000 new? Expect $16,500 to $18,000 back. That lowers your effective cost of ownership. You paid the difference between purchase and sale. Selling a used BMW 3 Series is different. The pool of buyers is much smaller. Most buyers are scared off by potential 4-figure repair bills. Buyers who do buy are enthusiasts who know what they're getting into and often looking for a bargain. A $60,000 3 Series, 5 years old, maybe $24,000 back. That's $36,000 lost to depreciation, more than the purchase price of a new Camry. All right, let's put this all together. Talking about individual costs is helpful, But the best way to see the full picture is to run a hypothetical 5-year total cost of ownership calculation. We'll have to make some assumptions. Let's assume we drive 12,000 miles per year and use the prices and depreciation rates we've been discussing. We'll use a mid-range Camry XLE, $32,000. Over 5 years, fuel will cost roughly $7,000, maintenance $1,500, insurance $7,500. So your total cash outlay is $48,000. After 5 years, it's worth about 55%, so you get $17,600 back. The true cost is $30,400. A moderately optioned BMW 330i at $55,000. Fuel will be about $9,100, maintenance $4,500, insurance $10,000. Total cash outlay is $78,600. It loses about 60% of its value, so it's worth $22,000. The true cost is $56,600. A base Tesla Model 3 at $42,000 after tax credit. Charging costs $2,550, maintenance $1,000, insurance $11,250. Total is $56,800. It depreciates about 50%, worth $21,000. The true cost is $35,800. This is a fascinating result. Despite its higher insurance and purchase price compared to the Camry, its incredibly low running costs make it significantly cheaper to own than the BMW, and brings it closer to the Camry's total cost than most people would expect. So, after all those numbers, what's the verdict? Which car should you buy? The answer, as it so often is in the car world, is it depends. If your number one priority is a low total cost of ownership and complete peace of mind, the Toyota Camry is, without a doubt, the smartest choice you can make. It is the definition of sensible, practical transportation. It's cheap to buy, cheap to fuel, cheap to maintain, cheap to insure, and it gives you a huge portion of your money back when you sell it. If what you value most is the driving experience, the feel of the road, the sound of the engine, the prestige of the badge, and the thrill of performance, and you have the budget to support that passion, then the BMW 3 Series might be for you. You have to go into it with your eyes wide open, knowing that it will be by far the most expensive car of the three to own. And if you're a technology enthusiast, an early adopter who wants to be part of the future of driving while also benefiting from very low running costs, the Tesla Model 3 is an incredibly compelling option. It offers a unique blend of futuristic tech, startling acceleration, and long-term savings on fuel and maintenance. Consider all these points, do your own math, and choose the path that best fits your journey. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment on Rachel Family Channel.